Well, hello again, spooky Halloween Rimrims, and welcome to Rimworld Blood Feast. And I can't believe I have to reiterate this point once again, but to clarify, she just happens to be a 4,000-year-old vampire girl with bright pink hair. That doesn't make her anime. The fact that she also happens to own a katana is definitely not anime. Oh, don't do that. That's not making my point any better. But even though Anne doesn't actually own a katana, she does have a room full of people she's slowly training to learn to love her. And that brings me on to the main goal of today, which is to build a proper vampire city, not just a shed in a field we're surviving in. The first part of the plan is very straightforward. We're going to cut enough stone blocks to be able to pave this entire map if we wanted to. Or not, because apparently you build the stone cutting spot out of wood. Does that look like fucking wood to you? So like I said, the first thing we're going to do here is try and recover any wood we can friggin' find. And at that point, honestly, cancel the research. All I want them doing is cooking, wardening, growing, harvesting, plant cutting, stone cutting, delivering, hauling, cleaning. A very small amount of jobs. But jokes aside, it's more or less just going to be entirely harvesting, growing, and then stone cutting when they've got nothing else to do. Now, a lot of people in the comments yesterday suggested a mod called Proselytize, which allows you to choose an ideology to convert people over to, or remove what they've got currently. So that means that not only can... What the fuck? And carrying a corpse around is just par for the course at this point. What I was going to say is it means that we can have Anne come back to being wardening, which makes a lot of sense because we're trying to convince them to love her. But we also want them to become cattle as well, and that's not something you could do in base game Rimworld. And I much prefer the idea of Anne convincing them to love Anne with her magic vampire powers than Metpro, that traitor. Wow, that's a lot of mushrooms. My god, that's like 10,000 mushrooms. Well, Anne, I guess you'll name a chef. Are they all going to rot away? Was this a waste of time? Oh, 14 days. Oh, no, that's pretty good. That's fine. Oh, hey, there we go. Buffy strengthened a blood bond with Anne and gain level in vampirism too. Wowee. Oh, hang on a minute. She's just going to go and feed on a squirrel. I still think we've got to go for possession. Even though right now Anne's back on wardening duty and presence would make a lot more sense. How can I turn this down? It's so good. And what about little Buffy? What can we do with you? It's the same thing. So we can also give her sleep? That's a bit powerful. Although I just noticed she's carrying 26 bottles of tequila. I feel like she's probably already got the sleep aspect of things covered. You know what? Let's give her... I mean, mesmerize is pretty great. And then we'll also give her fortitude, I guess. Make her a little bit more tanky. Their expressions are so good. Buffy looks so frightened, and it couldn't be any more perfect. Oh, Psychic Soothe female. Okay, this is perfect timing. So while they're all in an incredibly good mood from the Psychic Soothe, we're going to make them work long and hard. It's not anime. We're going to make them work around the clock to get a new little settlement built towards the north of the map. Now, you know how I say to myself at the start of every series, let's not go too hard on building the base early on. Let's not go too far with the planning. This time around, I feel I've kept it very light by my own standards. So I've sketched out pretty much the entire city. The idea, I mean, I like Anne's castle. This will build first. That's the important part. I've tried to leave enough room to throw in other buildings if you want to build like some sort of fancy vampire cathedral. So this area here is a lot larger for agriculture. We'll throw all of these slaves and slave tents in there. The ghouls can have some actual nice houses over here with a bit more defense, and then we'll have Castle Anne, which will mostly, I think, will push into the mountain, but we'll have a few things out here at the front as well. And more importantly, we've got taxes too. I think for the time being, we'll invest pretty much entirely in calculation until this is bringing in a good amount of cash flow. Then after that, we'll build across the whole planet. Who knows? Now, the other buildings are locked behind tech, so we can't do much right now with it, but ideally, I want to save up for this one that gives us 2 more workers and 2 more overmax workers. That's when they start getting pretty damn expensive. And it's probably profitable to assign that... Oh, there you go. That extra worker as well for 750 total profit. Very nice. So Buffy is awful. Like, way worse than I realized. She has the stoner trait, so she will permanently have a dependence on smoke leaf, which is going to be a real pain in the ass. And I assume to grow smoke leaf, it's going to need more light than we can provide. Yeah, that's not going to happen anytime soon. 51%. 780 marble blocks. That's enough to kick things off. Now, we're not going to go mad and try and build all of this. That would be insane. I'm just going to try and build most of it. Oh, hang on a second. Steel fine wall. I assume we can build that out of marble too. Marble fine walls give 5 beauty each. Oh, wowee. Compare that to a regular wall, which is, 1. It's 5 times the beauty for only double the materials, but I assume it's a lot more work. I mean, it will make sense building the internal wall out of that, but not the external wall. Unless you want to go really opulent. Which I kind of do now, yeah. Wow, that's going to be expensive. 1,530 blocks just for one side of the castle. Oh, go on. Only the best for Guine. We all love Anne here. Except for Buffy, who looks horrified all the time. Now, I didn't know what to call this castle until one incredibly skilled commenter yesterday came up with the perfect name. It's unbeatable. In real-life Transylvania, over in Romania, there is a real-life castle that apparently the castle from Bram Stoker's Dracula was based on. And that castle is none other than Castle Bran. But apparently, even if Bram Stoker didn't know about the castle, it's commonly called Dracula Castle and is associated with Vlad the Impaler. It sounds perfect. So, we're going to name Anne's castle, that's right, Castle Branime. No, we'll call it Castle Bran, because she's not anime. We've established that, I think, pretty well at this point. A wild woman has entered the area called Von. I mean, I think you can already see where we're going to have to go with this. We have Buffy the Vampire Layer. We could also enslave Von Helsing. Crafting 11, double passion. Wow, she's already very, very good. Intellectual 9, single passion. Decent learner, quick sleeper, kind, animal hater, composed. Welcome to the team. Oh no, she very suddenly and unexpectedly fell asleep. My god, that power is too strong. Way too strong. I thought to myself, look, we're not going to use all of these mushrooms before they rot away, right? Why not make a couple of vegetarian fine meals? That way we can keep the prisoners happy, higher mood, hopefully a higher chance to convert and join us a little bit sooner. So Anne, in her infinite wisdom, has cooked 2 vegetarian fine meals out of fat and blood. To her credit, she's a vampire. I'm not sure she knows the meaning of vegetarian at this point. Oh, an expansion? Oh, an expansion. Exodus Imperium have successfully founded Regius. Holy crap, they're everywhere. It turns out Mepro might have a superpower of her own. She not only managed to convert Von over to the cattle, she managed to do it through a friggin' wall. Oh, it's taxes, but now with danger. Coagulation is about to be attacked by Makoto's Rogues faction. I don't even know who the hell Makoto's Rogues faction are. Are they the... Oh, they're the pirate band. I see. Set a defending force of... nobody? Brilliant. Eventually, we'll build a dedicated military settlement. For the time being, we'll just let them loot something. We'll be fine. We'll lose a little bit of loyalty, but I think they'll be okay. Please, Mr. Imperium. I'm just trying to build a castle. That... is a reindeer. On the plus side, though, this might be the perfect test bed. Oh, we can do it. Not only can we do that, we can level up another skill as well. Solid, let's go level 3 presence then. Buffy had a point available as well, so I put it in presence 1 because it gives that debuff to the enemy weapon cooldown. Honestly, though, I think I'm probably going to leave Metpro here. To be honest, I think I'll leave Buffy as well. Buffy might be a little more durable, but they're no Anne. Regular human in a hoodie versus, mounted cavalry? I don't know if that's quite the right word for it. A man with a stupid hat on the back of a caribou. That's a bit more... I think it's a bit more accurate. Okay, who are we going to take possession of here? Who seems like the tanky guy? You have a charged weapon. Sure, it's only a charged pistol, but they've also got the recon armor. Do we go for one of the deer riders, or do we just go for the person at the front and stop Anne getting shot at so quickly? We could... I think we go for you. And then I think we run away. Oh my god, we get actual full-on possession of them. I mean, I kind of figured as much, but... and then you shoot the deer and give Anne a bit of cover. Come on. Oh, he's down already. Oh god, that was terrible. Anne, she's getting peppered by that bloody charge pistol. Okay, you're dead. Get out, get out, get out, get out. Go, go, go. 57%. Yeah, I don't like... Yeah, I don't like that at all. Buffy, Metpro, no pressure here. Whose relationship is it? The ex-wife of Rogerios. Do we want to just grab Anne and run? I think we just want to grab Anne and run. Buffy, 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 Buffy. Mesmerize. That didn't do anything. It just stunned them. Get Anne out of there. Ah! Because she doesn't have a beg, she's a fucking vampire. I'm so angry at you. Still not allowed to. Okay, so it wasn't my fault. It's just the game being obscene. What if we go for a medical bed? Still not allowed. Alright, you know what? Just carry her home. Just do something, Map Pro, for God's sake. Okay, okay. Buffy, how are you doing? Buffy's gonna die. Buffy is straight up gonna die. Dr. Metpro? Oh, that sounds like a horrible idea. Anne's not gonna bleed out. Anne is fine, just needs some medical tending. I assume we don't have to worry about infections, but worry about that in a sec. Buffy comes first, basically. They're far enough away. We should be able to just grab Buffy and get out of here. Oh, our clothes have fallen to pieces. Run, Metpro! The deers are coming! Okay, it's all down to Dr. Metpro with a medical skill of 2.06. Will Buffy live for another day? Can I just use vampiric healing now? Somebody said that if we consume too much Vitae, it will break the bond with Anne. And that's why her bond before was broken. How much Vitae has she got left? She's got enough, I think, to do a little bit more healing as well. Okay, this is fine. Yeah, that's okay, that's fine. Maybe don't go outside, though. You do need to heal a little bit more. Let's get her in that medical bed instead, then. She's definitely going to survive, and I assume that also removes the infection risk as well, because you're straight up removing the injury. It's not like it's patching up, it's just straight up gone. They are beginning their assault. They're going to steal what they can and leave. Thank you. What are they stealing? They're stealing whatever the hell that was. What was that? Carrying Givea water? Well, I have no idea what that is, but I'll happily trade that to not have to fight you guys. That was horrible. Oh, wait. Is he not leaving? Attacking marble fine wall? I would have just built that, you shits. Buffy, get the horn. No, not in that way. My walls. Well, at least they're attacking the one on the inside of the castle so we can sneak up on him. Oh, okay. Metpro, be careful. Melee attacking Fungus Dark Torch. Okay, get ready. Get ready. Fungus Dark Torch. Incidentally, incredible name for a future character. It's not quite Bucko drink level, but it's pretty good. Have you got a gun? You do have a gun. Sneak up. And go. Ignore the Ibex. Buffy, just charge. Buffy, charge. Buffy, stun. Buffy, stun. Nice. There we go. Get in there. You may have just saved the colony, little Buffy. Oh, man, they're still so tanky. Metpro's down. Metpro's down. Buffy, end it. Buffy, end it, for God's sake. I mean, what are these people? We've got a man in black. He's got a gun. He's got a gun, but because of our technology level, the second we undraft him, he'll drop his guns. Are they leaving? They're stealing the Thornbow Horn. Fine, I'll allow that. Your job, then, is to very frantically rescue... No, we don't have a slave bed, so turn it into a medical bed. Sometimes. Sometimes this game. Okay, you rescue Metpro. Buffy is actually fine. She didn't take that much damage. She was just knocked down. It was the pain that sent her then. Have you got enough Vitae to go for another heal? Because we're not going to have a doctor for a long time. There we go. Okay, so she's got nothing to worry about at all at this point. And Metpro was also just bruised by the Ibex, not in any trouble. That could have gone a lot worse. But it does go to show that Anne is far, far, far from invincible. Oh! My God, they actually almost killed her. They've shot her in the brain to the extent that she has 1 out of 10 brain efficiency. Luckily, we can heal scars, which I assume will solve that. Oh, she has to go and drink from this tasty devil hair first. And has that solved it? Okay, good as new. That could have been a real problem. Wow. It is a little bit annoying that we have to bury the person we brainwashed, but I suppose that is the least we can do. There you go. Thanks for dying for us. And then our not really so hero, Tortro Catuel. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Hates dumb labor. You're in a lot of trouble. Capable of dumb labor and skilled labor. Really? He does have 9 intellectual single passion. I suppose we could keep him on dedicated permanent research. He can barely do anything else. What else is he capable of here? He's a good doctor, which would be nice to have. He can perform. Okay, fine. And then he's also good at research, studying, teaching. I was going to get rid of him, but I suppose we'll keep him on board. We do need to convert him, though. To do that, we need a high priest role. And to do that, I would have to make... We can't. We don't have enough people of our ideology. I suppose we could ghoul Von. Because then we've got Buffy the Vampire Slayer and of course Von Helsing. And could collect ghouls who are vampire slayers in some sort of incredible Sigma mindset. The ultimate Chad vampire, definitely not anime girl move. I think that's not a bad plan. So instead, let's start flipping over to the Blood Pact. I know we did just convert his cattle, but that's okay. Then I guess... I mean, for the time being, he's not going to have any... He's not going to harm anyone being some weird reformed ideology, but it also goes against everything we hold dear in this colony. A free human. It just doesn't seem right. I'm sorry. You might have joined us willingly, but you've got the wrong mindset, my friend. 93 days since our arrival, it's just turned winter again, and we've converted a total of, nobody. We haven't converted anybody. Now, bear in mind we have faster aging so that humans can live and die and have families under Anne's watchful reign. We captured Sophia at the age of 14. She's now 28. And she still believes in tribal super-pastafarianism. I get the impression we should probably make conversion just a little bit faster. Oh, another raid. Oh my god, more deers. Well, these ones are out, which only make them far scarier. And they've also sent a child. I'm not worried about this one so much, Finally. MetPro, thank you. Anyway, like I was saying, I'm not really too concerned about this one so much, given that they are just... I mean, these are just a tribal nation, right? Not too... No. Possession on the man, not on the deer. Okay, there we go. And start moving. What the fuck? Do you see that? He just pinged across the map. Oh, God. Oh, no. It converts the man, but not the animal. So if we hit you... Anne's got her own space program. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's a good bug right there. Well, it's not even a bug, it's working as intended. The animal's an enemy and they're trying to sit on the animal, also fight the animal. What we've made is a bucking bronco. You know what? Get out of here. Never gets old. Really just never gets... Oh, I mean, much like that child. Oh, he's finally dead. Died from a heart attack. That was me thinking the deer might have got him. Oh, there goes Porcupine. Oh, God. I'm thinking we'll just sleep them and finish them off. There you go. That works fine. Okay, sleep them. No. Get away, Anne. Get away. She is far from invincible. There were so many people saying that these 7th generation lower vampires are really hard to kill. Gotta disagree with you there. I mean, granted, she is only wearing a dress. That's not really the best combat gear. The good news is, that means that we can re-enslave Tiberios, and we've actually got someone to help us out with all these bloody stone bricks again. Oh, we've got to build 2 more graves for these people as well. Wait, what happened to Anne? Was she tapped by that rabbit? Oh, no. And this is an intervention. You can't keep doing this. Is that Merkling drunk as well? It is. Just a double whiskey for the Merkling, please. What a party. I can't believe I missed it. The good news is Anne's back up, still a little bit drunk, but apparently not drunk enough to enslave Tiberios. Oh no, it was MetPro. And you are a constant disappointment to this colony. She was so lazy with reforming the entire ideology, and now she spends all of her time on the floor pissed. Are you having a good time there? Huh? Anne? And we've got a lot of building to do, Anne. No way. Did it finally happen? Wait, who is it? MetPro and someone. Oh, MetPro and Tortro? What, the prisoner? He did save her, though, didn't he? Wow. To me, Tortro, you're as beautiful as a glimmering walnut tree. At long last, after 15 years of imprisonment, finally, little Sophia can be enslaved. I mean, it's not really a... I don't know if that's much of an improvement. Certainly not the happy ending she wanted, but it's better than being in the vomit room. MetPro really putting in the heavy lifting today. Look at that. 3 lots of cattle, 1 ghoul, and a vampire. This is good. Rogerius is down to 9.4%. Von is... I mean, just still cattle. I'm trying to wait to tame her. It's 7.5% chance. We failed every single time. And then Tortro, the man in black who saved us, 11%. Well, I say saved us. Saved MetPro, kind of. The second those guys are out of there, we're done. We're tearing this whole base down and we're going to move to the castle. And speaking of the castle, the external walls are completely done. We're going to use these rooms down here as slave rooms because they're double-doored. That's pretty much the only reason. Then we'll throw Buffy in here and I guess we'll throw Anne over in this one. And this is all just temporary again so that we've got somewhere to live that's a bit more convenient. You know what? I'd like to see you try. Really shouldn't test it today given that Anne's not really had the best of days though, huh? Get sippied. Finally, we've done it. We're free. And by free, I mean everybody's enslaved. And by everybody, I mean everybody but Von. So really nothing of what I said there was actually true. And even better yet, we have more new lovers. Come on. Anne and Buffy. Come on. Tiberius and Sophia? Well, I mean, the slave breeding program's gonna go quite well. Goodbye, old base. You served us well. But now it's time for Castle Bran. Which is just, I mean, equally as shitty, but at least the walls look nice. Ooh, a free animal? Sure, we'll take care of it. Surely it cannot be of harm to us. Oh, brilliant. Well, never mind, that's okay. The animal remains calm. Your colonists guide it in without issue. Place your bets. Goods received. What is it? A chimera. Oh, there it is. Oh, wowee. Hello, it's got fire breath. Anne. A pet for Anne. Who's going to handle it? Buffy. Buffy can deal with it. And I never thought I'd see the day. But we've actually recruited Von as well. Although, how Buffy recruited Von is another thing entirely. But with that, that means we now have 3 people who are in the blood pact. Bear in mind, I am going to turn Von into another ghoul. I don't know how many ghouls you can have per vampire. We have to be very careful about that. Delicious. There we are. So now we can set up a high bishop roll. Flesh carving of anger unexpected times 8. That is the blinding ritual, right? Oh, shit. So you need a high bishop first before you can do it. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, fair enough. Now that we've got a person, we can set up the high bishop. Who is that going to be, though? I mean, it needs to be whoever's got the highest social out of these two, which is Buffy barely. But Buffy makes the most sense. She was the first ghoul. The first ever ghoul of Anne, I think, comes with a little bit of honor. We are so close to being done with this bloody castle. Converting everybody. That was a victory by itself. I'd have been happy with that. But if we can just finish this today, that would be so, so good. And of course, we'd have a raid turn up. What the hell? There's an 8-year-old on the back of that combat muffalo. There's a man riding a pig. What is happening? The raids today have been, like, extra cursed. Actually, is it a bit light out here? It does look very bright outside to say that it is, to say that it's also, what, 7 p.m. right now? Given that Anne isn't screaming in pain and on fire, I think we're probably all right. Do we have any points we can spend before we throw you in at the deep end here, fighting all of these people by yourself? Let's take a quick peek. 7 points available. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, in that case, let's just get all into fortitude and then 3 points into this. She's almost done. Level 30, there's nothing else to level up beyond that point. There is a way to make her stronger, but we'll worry about that as and when it happens. Look at those deer. Wow. I should have bought the Cerberus, really, shouldn't I? I would like to take possession of the child on the muffalo, just so that we can watch it pling across the map. It's so worth it. Then, you can die. Oh, God, Anne, be careful. You can die. Has she got enough blood for this? You can die. Has she got enough blood for this? Yeah, no, we're actually good. Oh, my God, it's draining pretty fast, so we need to be careful. Oh. Oh, no, I've accidentally been scumming it up. It turns out if you cast it before it goes on cooldown, you can cast another one before it goes on cooldown. It's not instantaneous. Ah. Okay, my bad. I wasn't doing all that on purpose. I just didn't know it was a thing. Yeah, so you can queue it up. To be fair, you used to be able to do that in base game Rimworld anyway with ideology. Rapidly, instantly converting everybody would have been really, really useful. Did those deer immediately come over here and drink all the beer? They did! Hey, now what is Anne gonna get blackout drunk on? I'm kind of hoping, oh no, I'm kind of hoping I can strip a couple of them and get some clothes as well, seeing as one housing is walking around completely nude. That'll do it, that'll do it, that'll do it. Sip. No, not sip, sorry. Strip. Strip, not sip. That's a very bad thing to get confused. Oh. Well, we didn't exactly get much. We got a pair of worn, heavily used pants. I can't believe how happy all of the slaves are as well. Look at this. Mika slave expectations 34, fine. Burning passion for my work, opinion of my lover. Them getting lovers was actually pretty good early on. Dark light, one of us died. Whenever we take control of one of the enemies with Anne's power and they die, they're all celebrating their death. Oh, that's so good. We've got dark light plus 4, 8 cook fungus, high population. This counts as high population. What, all 8 of you? Yeah, the slaves are in heaven right now, which is I mean, morally, that's good. They're all having a lovely time. Granted, we spent a long time brainwashing them. Buffy, though, Buffy is pissed. Buffy, what's up? No smoke leaf, no furniture, no bishop. Well, what do you want from me? And it's certainly far from perfect, but I thought I'd throw down a quick ritual room as well so that we can actually get our... Oh, I mean, we could blind Buffy. Give her the psychic powers at long last. Buffy, the High Bishop, and Psychic Ghoul. Oh, that's... Okay, you know what? You've convinced me. Okay, here you go. Hang on, let's make a bishop to kick things off then. So, Buffy, this one is for you, my friend. The Chimera turned up. That's so good. The music is so inappropriate as well. It's just not right. And one Bishop Buffy. And then, Buffy, you'll be very pleased to know, or maybe horrified, you get to gouge your own eyes out. Oh, she's a moral guide. We can still do it. It's just... Well, it doesn't matter. And Anne's more than capable of cutting out Buffy's eyes. Don't worry. Does seem a bit silly that if you try and make your moral guide blind, it's a negative because they're the moral guide, but never mind. Wow, look at this. And spoke about the technique of blinding and described the technique of blinding and talked about the jelly inside the eyeball. As a vampire, she's a giant fan of eternal darkness, so this makes a lot of sense. Wait, Buffy isn't even going to get up on the altar. They're just going to... She's just going to blind her as she stood there? Holy crap. Buffy? Are you good, though? Wow, okay, so she needs, like, immediate medical treatment after this, then, huh? Boring flesh carving. Oh, no. On the plus side, though, it was a success. She is blind, so, by extent, because she's also silent level 4, she now has blind sight. Wowee. This looks overwhelming. Let me explain what it does in a second. Yeah, I'm sure there was nowhere better you could have tended her. Just right outside the toilet in the dirt. So the way blind sight, true sight works is it looks pretty overwhelming, but it's very simple. If they have a psi level and they are blinded and they undergo the blinding ritual, so they need to be psychic, they need to be blind, and they also need to have the meme that allows you to do it. Then when they are blinded, they'll gain blind sight equal to their level in Psylink, along with essentially the stats they would have if they still had eyes. You also get a few bonuses depending on the higher the level of your Psylink. So at level 6, you'll get all the bonuses you would have if you had eyes anyway, but you would also get a little bit extra on top of that. So Buffy really needs those final 2 levels of Psylink, and then she'll be better than she ever was with eyes, if that makes sense. It's just a kind of cool take on, I think, the kind of disappointing base game blind sight, because I mean, you're just blind. It doesn't do anything else. The mod also doesn't do anything if they're not psychic, by the way, so it only affects the psychic characters. And we can convert now. Hey, that's pretty good. A sensible person would have done that to begin with so that we can lower their ideology, even though they're part of the blood pact, you can still lower it, right, without actually full-on converting them. That would have made a lot more sense. Pouring blinding. And it's also worth mentioning that Buffy's the only animal handler, so is the only person that could actually ride the Chimera right now. I'll be honest. That is incredible. The blind psychic ghoul on the back of the horrifying mythical creature. I mean, it's perfect. You've outdone yourself today, Anne. So then with what I think is a gigantic success today, Buffy is blind and psychic. All of the slaves are converted and brought on board. We happen to also get Von Helsing, a second ghoul for Anne. Not to mention Castle Bran as well. Sure, it's not the full city, and sure, they're not living in the tents like we originally wanted to set it out to be, but for the time being, it's a massive step above where we were. We definitely need to build Anne a decent throne room, and we definitely need a good cathedral or somewhere to have these rituals in that isn't just a dark room at the back of the cave I was going to use to grow mushrooms in. But overall, I think this has been great. We've really bounced back and brought back the spirit of things a little bit rather than sleeping in a bony shed. Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. Mod pack I'm still working on. I've actually hidden it from the Steam Workshop for the time being because it's a little technically complicated and a lot of people are getting kind of confused by things. There's a lot of things that are broken that need a bit more knowledge of how kind of things work in the background to get working. So for the time being, I've scrapped it and I'll make one that is a bit more simple and straightforward just to make it a bit more accessible. In the meantime, though, a big thank you to the people who make this all possible in the first place. The episodes across 3 channels every day. Go and subscribe to my other channels right now. And, of course, the mod packs and the videos and everything else. A thank you to Nildraith, Armac1955, Sideshow C, Tom Padge, Guinevere, I Am Sagataire, Bond Dollar, Pancake65, Nightwitch, Lion666, Castle, Cyborg Skaven, Crimson, Brittany Lee, Beta Soldier, Justin Rules, Dr. Hunk, and Sleepy257 for their support at the executive producer tiers over at Patreon. Thank you all for making the channel possible. And a thank you as well to Blood for the Blood God, Dan Does a Thing, Taters Angus, Quaggasol, Matthewson T, Bo, Jordan, Heck, Kipos, Bucky, Shittle Dirt, Ebon Dragon 323, Crystalia Astari, Laser Gaming, Platian, Kestrian, and Fatigable as well.